Hey guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader. And today I just want to go over, there's going to be a whole bunch, so I'm not going to do a lot of chit chat like I normally do because I want to make sure I give you guys all of the information. Basically what we're talking about is Ozempic-like results without taking Ozempic. Let's jump right into it right now. So these are in no particular order. One of the things you need to do is you need whole foods. I don't know if y'all can see this, but whole foods. Can y'all see? These are grapes, large size grapes, whole grapes, and they are delicious. So fruits, vegetables, lean protein, that's kind of like the going, but you need some fat on there because when you do a perfect plate size, you need to have fats on there, proteins on there, and yes, you need carbs. You need the clean carbs. So that's stuff like, there are carbs in here, but these are good. And this is you don't have to do organic, but these are cucumbers. They're the English ones. So some people don't like. I've got a boatload of stuff over here that I'm gonna be showing to you guys. Some people just don't like the English one, but if you could do organic, that's great. If not, I don't remember which episode. I'm gonna have to start when I'm referencing different episodes. I'm gonna have to remind myself to go look it up so I can tell you the date and everything. Take your time. If you can start switching over to organic, and I know there are lots going on. We just had our election. And one of the things people were talking about was the rising cost of food. At the end of the day, you have one body. You have to take care of that body. So if you can get into the habit of doing one thing, even if it's once a month, switching over to something healthy, doing those swap outs every month, that would be great. Every 2 weeks would be excellent, but we need you to be consistent. All right, so whole foods. You don't even have to go on the diet if you start doing whole foods. And then here's the other one. Not only organic and whole foods, start switching your items over to gluten-free item. Make sure you are getting enough protein, palm of your hand. And then if you have a scale, you can weigh it. But what I want to recommend is that you have protein with majority of your meals. And so that's your eggs, that's your quality meat. Those should be organic or as close as possible. And I talked to you guys about meal replacement shakes. I don't want you drinking all of your meals, but you need to get protein in it. And here's another option, bone broth. So bone broth has collagen in it. This is a smoothie, chocolate smoothie with collagen and protein in it. This is a berry smoothie with collagen and protein in it. And you need collagen to keep your skin looking nice and firm and supple. You do need that. And then this is soup with collagen and protein in it. There are options for you to get the protein in it without you feeling like, oh my goodness, I have to eat some more red meat. I don't eat a lot of red meat, but I do get my protein in. All right, so let's jump into the next couple ones. And again, these are not going to be in any particular order. So then the next couple things you want to cook at home. Stop eating all that processed stuff. Clean eating is clean eating. And if you are out, you have to pick clean foods. That will be your fish. That will be, your fruits and vegetables like I just mentioned to you prior. If you're going out, do not starve yourself, but you can do intermittent fasting. And when you do the intermittent fasting, that's when you want to do the options that I talked about, the collagen, protein, bone broth, soups and stuff like that. That's not going to kick you off of any of your health and wellness journey, so that you can continue to eat, but it's a liquid form of nutrition. You have got to put yourself on the road to success. It is not going to be easy if you don't, we prep our meals, well, you have to prep yourself to be successful. So here's another thing. You got to cut that alcohol out and that sugar. The alcohol is not your friend. All right. I don't need to say more on that. And the sugar. When I say the sugar, you know what I'm saying. Don't start your kids off in the morning with sugary cereals. Get up, do a whole grain piece of toast, some eggs, give them some fruit that's not on the high level, on the glycemic level. So it will be the berries, not the grapes. So you could do the grapes in the evening, or what you can do is you need to stay hydrated all the time. That a lot of times, if you're not hydrated, people think, oh, I need to eat, when in actuality, you need to drink some water. But when I notice a lot of times people are like, I just don't like the plain water. So because I like sodas. And for some of you all, if you drink a whole bunch of sodas, just cutting those sodas out, you're going to see yourself start dropping some weight. But what you can do, like I like this brand, and I also like this brand. But you can pick whatever you want. The blue bottle is a lot more expensive than the green bottle. But the point I'm making here is that this is fizzy water. You can juice your grapes and put them in your water. And then if it's the fact that you're like, I don't want to give up the sodas because you like the fizz, you're going to get it from here. And then you can add the agave, the liquid agave to it if you want a little bit of some additional sweetness, and it's not going to spike your glucose levels. But I would suggest that you just do like some fruit, some berries. Like you could take blueberries, put them in the microwave and let them pop a little bit, and they get a little juicy. Pour that in there and use one of these, and you'll still get the fizzies. Here's a good vitamin for your kids. It's first day. It's a multivitamin first day. You what you're doing, you need to be having your family do, but you don't have to make an incredible change in your lifestyle. Just add stuff in a little as you go. And then when you're doing your meals, you can do, if you're I don't know how busy you are, but you could get meal preps done for you. Now, those are going to be a little bit more, and they do have healthy meal preps, and they can be sent to you. And they are mindful, and they're fresh. So when I say fresh, they're going to come on dry ice because they don't have a bunch of preservatives in them. They're going to be delivered to your door on dry ice. You need to take them out, and then you got basically that week to eat them. You got what I'm saying? So you can meal prep, or you can get some help, or you can do a combination of the two. And then your snacks, this is tuna. Or you can get it out the can. Just try to change up your options for snacking. And then these are sunflower seeds. You have to take the time to meal prep. When I want this, I get salty, or I get chocolate. I reach for that. What is the alternatives for those? You have got to put yourself on a healthy road, and that all stems with prepping for success. All right, let's jump into the next few. How do we prep for success? That's going to be small goals. That is going to be your journaling and having a routine. And again, journals don't have to be fancy. Just get something and write it down. So small goals. I went and got the journal, or I'm just using these as an example. And there are people that do this. They have a soda in the morning, lunch, and then every time they have a meal, they've got a soda. Okay, well, I did not do any of the sodas today. I used the fizzy water, and I put the fruit in the low glycemic fruit in the microwave, warmed it up for a little bit, got some juice, popped it in the fizzy water, and you'll be amazed at how well that works. And here's a tip for you. For coffee drinkers, you can do a combination of the things. And with the MCT oil, you have to work your way up to it, because if you're not used to it, it will upset your stomach. So in the morning time for your coffee, not the fizzy water, with your actual coffee, you could put a tablespoon of MCT oil in there or coconut oil in there, because that's healthy fat that fuels your brain. So if you're looking for a way to relieve yourself of the brain fog, use one of those two options with your coffee. And then you can do another small goal. Say you know that you've not been working out for whatever reason. Give yourself, when you prep, give yourself, like say you said, I'm going to exercise 4 times this week. Give yourself 4 different things to do. Or if you're like, I'm going to do the same routine, get a buddy. Get different buddies, or get a small group and you guys exercise. I've talked to you guys about that before. And then with the fizzy water, if you drink it before, and I'm going to go back to the coffee. If you drink both the fizzy water and the coffee before your meal, not only is it going to help like take your nutrients by the hand and guide them through your body where you need them, it is also going to help you be fuller longer. So let's jump into the next couple ones. Okay guys, so we're gonna wrap this up with the last little tip, which is the fiber rich foods. That's eating foods that are your leafy greens, the whole grains. Be careful with the legumes. Some people don't do well with them, so if you like them, don't go buck wild with them. Maybe eat a little at a time. And then to make sure that you keep your blood sugar regulated, so that your cortisol, in order to do that, keep your cortisol levels regulated so they're not over producing, and that weighted vest from Sharper Image will help you keep your stress levels down, which will keep the cortisol levels down. And then another way that you can reduce your cravings so that you are not doing too much sugar and sweets and processed foods and stuff like that. Make sure you're keeping your protein up. You're eating once every, like for me, it's every 2.5 to 3 hours. Longer periods of time without eating, you will basically just go and do whatever you need to do so you can feel better. So each of our bodies is going to respond different. So like I start yawning a lot. You got to know what's going on. I know I start yawning a lot. I start getting cranky. I may start getting tired, like really, really tired. And what I typically will do first is I will drink some water first. Drink a cup of water, 1 or 2 cups of water before you eat. One, that'll keep you your hydration level elevated. 2, it'll help you to reduce the amount of foods that you're eating. And 3, when you do eat, you'll think level-headed. When you do not do any of those tips that I suggested, level-headedness is out of the door, and then that's when you're just shoving any and everything into your body because you need fuel and you need energy. Usually what I tell my boys, I mean, it's a running joke, but how like a cell phone needs juice, the battery is low. I say that, oh, your juice is low, but not so they can go literally and do the processed juice. But anyway, so that was a lot that you guys can take in, that you can figure out what you want to do so that you can do your pre-success route that you want to take. Figure out what you want to do, how often you want to do it, what level you want to do it at. Just figure out what you're going to do that's going to work for you so you could be consistent. And again, that was a lot of information that I shared with you guys so that you can stay on your health and wellness journey, doing the combination of suggestions that I provided to you guys that will give you the Ozempic like results without actually taking Ozempic. And here's the thing, when you take the Ozempic, that is a shortcut, but it has a lot of downfall to it. There are a lot of negative things that go on when you do the Ozempic. So I'm not knocking anybody that does it. Just be aware of those side effects. So if you go the natural route, it is not going to happen as fast as Ozempic, but it will happen and you won't have the nasty side effects. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for checking us out. Remember, we broadcast every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time on WYTV 7. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share, because someone is in need of this information. And if they don't, and here's the thing, those Ozempic pills, not pills, the little tubes, one, you got to stick yourself. I am not big on needles. I don't care how easy it is. I'm not doing that. And then I already mentioned the side effects. It's $2,000 for one tube. Now, I know you may, for some people that have diabetes, you may not have to spend so much, and you can get support from your insurance. But those that do not have any type of challenge like having diabetes, you're gonna pay the full price. So if you do it the natural way, you can sustain it, you can rotate, you can mix and match. Ozempic, you cannot mix and match. So get the same results without the nasty side effects and the expensive costs. I love you guys. I talk to you guys next week. Oh, one thing I want to mention real quick before we sign off this week. If you guys want to start a group, let me know. Just go to WYTV7.org, go to the broadcasters button, click the down arrow, look under the broadcast, look for Simply Fit, send me an email and let me know. If we get like 20 to 30 of you guys that say, hey, I would like to have a group support, we can start doing this on a weekly basis. I do corporate wellness, and that is one of the things that I do for companies. I basically go in, I train their people. We meet an hour a day, and if they need additional support, we just meet offline. So if that's something that you guys are interested in doing, let me know. We can get it going. But 20 to 30, because I want to make sure that when you guys get in, you can really connect with one another. All right, guys, and see you next week. Love you. Bye.